Hello everyone, happy Women's History Month. Hope everyone is honoring women, doing whatever you gotta do that involves women, going to museum exhibits. I have not gone this month. That would have been something good to do. Now I'm thinking about it. I got 1 week. Who knows? I got 1 week left. Yeah, and also today I was supposed to use my wireless mics, but I broke the clips. I'm hoping I just got some bad clips in this mic, so I'm gonna get them replaced first before I return them. So we're gonna see. I'm gonna try them, and we'll see how they go. I heard that they're good, but I did look at the reviews recently since I wanted to replace them and see that the clips are hit or miss. So we're gonna see how it goes, y'all. So today we're here to talk about the 7-year itch, which I've been talking about all week. And I thought I'd wear pink because it reminded me of when Marilyn Monroe did the Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend performance and Jennifer Prefer Blondes, which I should review that one day. I should rewatch it. I feel like that was a good movie. I really liked her in that movie. And so I thought I'd just wear pink again, So let's get into the 7-year itch. It's a romantic comedy. The synopsis is, in the midst of a summer heat wave, New Yorker Richard Sherman, played by Tommy Well, ships his wife Helen, played by Evelyn Keyes, and their son off to Maine for vacation. Left alone to work back in Manhattan, Richard encounters a gorgeous blonde model, played by Marilyn Monroe, who has moved into the apartment upstairs and becomes immediately infatuated. While pondering infidelity, Richard dreams of his beautiful new neighbor, but will his fantasies about her become a reality? So that's a good synopsis. This includes the subway scene, which I've already talked about, but that's like one of the most iconic scenes from the movie. And the titular phrase, which refers to waning interest in a monogamous serious relationship after 7 years of marriage, has been used by psychologists. So 7 years, it's like, I guess you want something new, or you feel like you might cheat, I guess. It was released June 3rd, 1955 in New York, and then June 17th, 1955 in Los Angeles. I don't know back then which one would be the official. For example, I feel like now, I feel like LA would probably be the official date. Now it would be you would go to a film festival and then it would premiere everywhere. That's more of the equivalent, so I'm not sure which one it was back then. It was directed by Billy Wilder, cast as Marilyn Monroe as the girl, credited as such, though Richard Sherman satirically remarks maybe she's Marilyn Monroe in the movie. He does. That's really funny. Tom Ewell as Richard Sherman. They say he's billed as Tommy Ewell. Evelyn Keyes as Helen Sherman. Sonny Tufts as Tom McKenzie, who was his rival. Robert Strauss as Kuhillik. I know I'm saying his name wrong, and I know he said his name several times. I think he was the janitor of the building. Oscar Homoloka as Dr. Brewmaker. I think he's a psychiatrist. Margaret Chapman as Miss Morris. She's the secretary in his office that he works at. Which is interesting because he works at I think he works at a publishing place where they make 2-cent versions of really famous books. And then next week I'm talking about another character who works at a publishing company. Hint, hint. So yeah, you'll figure that out later. Victor Moore as Plumber. Says a plumber. It comes. Donald McBride is Mr. Brady, who is he's Richard's boss. Do I need to know any of these other people? We're just gonna skip the other people. But yeah. So where can you stream it? You can stream it for free on Tubi, Freevee, and Amazon Prime. So you can watch Freevee version on Amazon Prime. It's like a Inception kind of thing. But yeah, it does have ads, but yeah, you can watch it for free on those three. To rent or buy it would be on YouTube, Google Play Movies and TV, Apple TV, and Fandango at home, which I found out it's the new name for voodoo. I had no idea. I think I clicked on it because I was like, I never heard of this. But apparently, I guess there was some kind of merger, so it's really voodoo basically. All right, so I'm gonna get my pros and my cons and my overall opinion. So my pros are the acting slash characters. Oh my gosh, y'all, the main character is so delulu, lol. And it doesn't help that Marilyn Monroe character like bigs him up and like actually confirms his like his feelings, which I mean, it was directed by a man. Yeah, I know. Hey. But Tom Ewell did a great job as like a neurotic husband being left alone, and of course Marilyn is amazing. But I'm also biased. LOL. I think it both embody their characters very well, and Marilyn Monroe has this like innocent but seductive like character arc. And she played the girl. That was her name, the girl, very well. I did think she was gonna have a much bigger role, since she's a bigger star, but it's mainly Tom Ewell. So it's a Women's History Month movie for Marilyn, but she's not the main one. It's funny because the main character is his delusional fantasies were so funny, and he's like this regular white man thinking like everybody really wants him, like he's just irresistible, and it's just so funny to me. He's like so boring, he's so plain. It's not doing it for me. Like if I'm gonna get with a white man, it wouldn't be any man like this. Of course I got a call. It wouldn't be any man like this, basically. And the girl, like I said, she definitely feeds into it, unfortunately. LOL. And I can see what she means, like women not wanting the bold, cocky man. But the quiet guy still has to be interesting. So there's that. Also, Richard having this mental breakdown about what he's doing is like so dramatic to me. It's like you could just not invite this woman over your apartment. You could not go out with her. You could just keep minding your business, or like you were doing. But anyway, oh yeah, he acts like he can't control himself or the situation he's in, when he very much can. The music fits every scene very well. Especially during the tense scenes and Richard dealing with his temptations, and also his first meeting with the girl. The music is like the way he tries to seduce her. So music definitely plays like a big part in the telling the story. So it's really good. The setting, I love movies in New York and having the excitement of the city as a setting. And I think it also is interesting that the heat is like the center of the story, especially being a northern state. But I have heard that like because of the skyscrapers, like New York is hotter apparently, or make it much hotter. And I love the duplex that Richard and the girl lived in, because it tracks with landlords making like literally anything into an apartment and like cutting up buildings. So LOL, as we've seen a lot on TikTok and YouTube of them cutting like apartments in half, and everybody shares a bathroom for $3,000, which is crazy. So those are my pros. One of my cons was the subway scene, but I already talked about it. My other con is like, has his wife never gone away? Like after 7 years, like they never had any time apart, and it feels like Richard has like never been away from his wife, and he's like going insane. LOL. And it seems weird that he seems like he thinks he can't control himself without his wife there. It's just really weird to me. It's like he has it's like, has the wife never gone away all his marriage? That's just weird to me. Yeah. Then he was trying to act like he was so hot, but sir, you are not. And even his imaginary wife in one of the like scenes he's like imagining tells him you're not hot, basically. LOL. And he tries to like, I don't want to spoil too much, but he's trying to big himself up, and his imaginary wife is like, yeah, don't nobody want you but me, basically. So here's my overall opinion. I feel like this movie's very fun. I would say definitely watch it for free. I wouldn't have been happy if I had to rent this movie to watch it, despite it being fun and funny. I think it's worth watching. I don't think it's worth watching as it's free. Like I don't think it's like that great to pay, even to rent it. I think both Tom Ewell and Marilyn Monroe do a great job at acting. I love that Marilyn's fashion in the movie was also with her mainly wearing white, so it shows that she was like innocent but yet seductive. And I love how the music was used to set the mood for different scenes. And I love Marilyn in this role, even though I don't think this is her best role. I actually prefer her in Cinnamon Preferred Blondes, but I would like to, of course, I would like to see her in more things. So definitely, I have a DVD set of her movies. Should definitely watch more of them and rewatch Cinnamon Preferred Blondes. Oh, I wrote that in my notes to watch more of her movies. And I'm going to give this movie a 6 out of 10. It's a fun watch, but I'm not dying to ever watch it again. LOL. Which, I mean, I guess the most iconic thing is just the subway scene. It's like, to me, it was like, eh. So the story was like fine, but it's not like I need to watch it again kind of story. So I wrote a poem because I haven't written a poem in a while. And it's called a Sedoka. A Sedoka. Sedoka. It's an unrhymed poem made of 3 lines called katauta. Katauta. I'm going to put this in the description as always because I know I'm not pronouncing these right. With the following syllable counts: 577, and then the next stanza is 577. And a Sedoka, a pair of that K word I can't say, as a single poem may address the same subject from different perspectives. And the katauta, I know I'm saying this wrong, katauta is an unrhymed 3-line poem with 5 syllables, 7 syllables, and 7 syllables again. 577. So it's like a haiku, except it's like instead of 575, it's 577. That's it. So I'm gonna put that all in the description. But I wrote this poem. It's called Sly Seduction. Sly Seduction. I know I love alliteration. So there it goes. So the first part is in Richard's perspective, and then the second part is in the girl's perspective. Neurotic and so paranoid about getting caught, but still able to charm. Shy and quiet is what girls really want out of a man, so don't change at all. Even though I disagree with her assessment of this man. He's very square, boring, uninteresting, but it was funny seeing him like basically losing his mind because he's not with his wife, basically. My mom's making a smoothie upstairs, y'all. It is loud. But anyway, on that note, now that this is going on, I will see you all next week. And once again, make sure you're celebrating Women's History Month.